I'm the president of Florida Atlantic University, and I thought I would, in contrast to Mark, throw a few figures at you. We have 29,000 students, and of those students, about half are full-time and half are part-time. And we also have a very large number of transfers. We're about second in the system for transfers into the system. We are unique in having 7 campuses and sites. We stretch along 150 miles of the most beautiful coastline in the world, and we're very proud of servicing all those communities. We're considered a high research activity university by the Carnegie rating, which is the second highest rating. And we have great aspirations of doubling our research portfolio and moving to becoming a very high research activity and joining those other institutions in the state. We have the newest medical school in America. We entered our first class of 64 students last fall, and we're very, very proud of that opportunity. A new part of the university is Harbor Branch Oceanographic Institute that the university system acquired, and we're very pleased that it's part of Florida Atlantic University up just south of Vero Beach. We're also the home of the largest lifelong learning program in America. And these are about 20,000 seniors who come to our 2 campuses, Jupiter and Boca Raton, and have no homework, no exams, and are kept intellectually alive and active through this program, and we're very, very proud of that. And finally, we're very, very proud of our diversity. We had the opportunity to sit here with 2 other institutions that have very diverse student bodies, but we're second to Florida A&M in the number of African American students, and second to FIU in the number of Hispanic students. So we like to think of our university as the face of America, and very, very proud of that mix of ethnicities on our college campus. We have done a lot of strategic planning since I became president 18 months ago, and I'll be very happy to talk about our attempts to find our signature themes in an attempt to be more efficient and be recognized as a university representing certain core academic areas. So as that comes up in conversation, I'll be happy to fill you in on that. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We'll move right according to the agenda in the STEM. What are you doing? Do you have any plans to increase what you're doing? And actually, you've been with us 18 months, so we won't hold you responsible for what the system's doing, okay?
Oh, well, that's wonderful. That's a relief after hearing Mark quizzed about that. But I'll be happy to offer my opinion also.
Okay, we'll be glad to receive it.
Well, STEM is, of course, close to my heart. You know, as a woman of the age I am and the generation I was, to go through and get a PhD in botany, a master's in botany, work in plant molecular cell biology for many, many years, working at the National Science Foundation as part of my career. I think I have an understanding of what attracts students into the STEM disciplines and what's needed. I think early experiences are critical. I think that as a university system, we need to do our best to reach down into those middle schools and high school students. I think the limiting factor for many students is their talents in math, their ability to do higher level math at the university level. That's something that's clearly something has to be concentrated on, not take the easy route, so that you can take calculus-based physics, so that you have these opportunities to have a wide choice of careers in the STEM disciplines. I think we have a responsibility to reach down and help those students with the opportunities that we have. When I talk especially to women scientists, women mathematicians, it's often an early experience at a non-traditional experience, maybe an out-of-classroom experience. I think we can use our Harbor Branch Oceanographic Institute for that. What student doesn't want to be a marine biologist? What student doesn't want to muck around in the mud and count things and see that opportunity? And I think then that concentration at math in the high school keeps students having the ability to choose STEM disciplines. I'd also like to state that if we're thinking about STEM as something that's an economic driver, I think we've got to think a little broader than just the particular disciplines that the state classifies in STEM. If you're going to be a business that locates here, you don't just need a chemist or a physicist or an engineer. You also need those accountants and marketing professionals and lawyers. And so I think that there's a complex that goes around attracting businesses, even in the biotechnology areas, that every employee of a biotechnology company is not necessarily someone who graduated with a degree in the sciences or engineering. I think we need to do a much better job of attracting women and minorities specifically into engineering. I think that's a place that we're being outpaced by other countries. I think that our domestic students are not choosing engineering as a career, and I think that's a place where we need to be very thoughtful as a state as to how to attract students and choose engineering as a career. I think that also if we look at economic development, many states put a second M on STEM, meaning the medical fields. And again, with the growth of the healthcare industry, I think that as we calculate our contributions to STEM, we need to also be thinking about our medical fields, our allied health fields, and think about that as incorporating another sector of the economy that's very important in that broadly based scientific spectrum. We're fortunate at Florida Atlantic University to share our Jupiter campus with research giants. Scripps, Max Planck, the investment the state made in those, Torrey Pines Research Institute's very close. Recently, Vaccine Gene Therapy Institute was attracted to the state of Florida with some incentives. And so we see this as an absolute opportunity for our students for employment, partnering with our faculty, and we're making great strides in that area. Interestingly, our applications for our freshman class this year doubled from about 12,000 to 22,000 for our freshman class. And the largest increase was in students interested in the STEM disciplines. So we think that hotbed of activity around the biotech industry, around research and science and medicine at that crossroads has been very attractive to students, particularly at our university, and we're very excited about that.